Got a message about somebody who said, how do I deal with high school regret? Oh, you're young, aren't you? You haven't been crushed by the world yet. And you haven't figured out that those high school regrets never go away. Hey, this will make you feel better. Every third night, I am guaranteed to wake up with a, oh no, I'm gonna be late to school. Oh man, and Jinx is gonna give me a swirly. No! And because it's a dream, and that's how I realise it's a dream, it has that camera effect of my face going down the toilet. No! Then I wake up, and then I feel sad about the fact that I'm not in high school, and then I get on with my day, which is objectively much better than what it would have been when I was in high school. There is something about those years that stays with you for the rest of your life. And you know what that thing is? Hormones. Yes. I think that there's two defenses against all of the regrets you have in high school. No, actually, you know what? I'll chuck in a bonus regret. That brings it up to a whopping 3 regrets. No, but, defenses against regrets. That's right, that's what I'm doing. I'm the defense against the dark arts teacher in Harry Potter because they both have the word defense in them, I suppose. You, first off, need to understand this one point, and if you need to write it down, do so in your exercise book, your exclusive Jordan Shanks exercise book that you paid for that has no merchandise available to it. That exercise book should state as follows. Number 1, everyone has those high school regrets. Everyone. I have yet to meet a human being that did not think they peaked in high school unless they were a massive loser. And even then, I swear to God, they would probably still think that the peak was high school. It's just that their life got worse from there. But that's the first thing that you should know, is that that is a normal human experience. I think it is just the reason that high school is both the most hilarious point in your life and is also the most awkward part of your life is the same thing. You're not really in control of your life at that point. Really, you are just this Gundam suit and there's a couple of hormones sitting at the front, awkwardly pressing buttons that they don't understand how it works. We're like, oh, how does this work? Oh no, I accidentally just chucked a paper ball at the teacher. Fuck, now I'm at the principal. That's just how it is. The next regret point, I think, you know what all my regrets are? I'm pretty sure that it would be everyone watching as well, all of these chicks that I never got with. Because I do think that when I look back at it, yeah, I could be embellishing a few of them, but I can't be embellishing all of them. I think it was just that everyone there was too awkward to understand that we liked each other and we should have gone out and had a milkshake, like as I assume happened in the 50s in the US. Now they probably can't get any milkshakes anymore. In reference to that milkshake ad that was about consent that I never saw and didn't do a video about because I knew that it would be in the news cycle for about 12 hours and it looked lame to begin with. But that was just turned into a bitch session instead of a joke, didn't it? But look, the point is, yes, most of it, I think, would just be linked to that. When people are saying that they have regrets in high school, really their regrets are that they didn't have sex with 5 or 6 people. But that is part of that repertoire. I think that also you should know that even the guys that got a lot of chicks at high school, or the popular gals, they would still have those regrets. Just less than you, okay? But it'd still be real to them because that's all they have is their own experience. So yeah, there's nothing that you can do about it. The next point that I would say about it, and I think that this is just something that happens, is the nostalgic element of it. You know what nostalgia is? Nostalgia is, because I think that there is a colour palette, you know, just how there's primary colours. There's, I think, 4 base emotions, but I can't remember what they are. I remember that one of them is anger, I remember that one of them is sadness, and I remember that one of them is happiness. 4th, But out of those 3, you know what nostalgia is? Happiness and sadness mixed together. Because like, oh, that's right, and also that's never going to happen again. I guess I should be happy for the time that it was there. But you never are you? You can never really change that. Now, I have offered some tools in the past in the Jordan Shanks series that would help you to change elements of your life that you found embarrassing, and I think that it might help with nostalgia as well. But I think that the major one that you should be using to get yourself over that is humor. Humor is, as Sigmund Freud says, the height of ego defense. It is just laughing at the fact that you're a bit of a screw up. And it also, I think, even though it is defending your ego, does keep you somewhat more humble about the situation. You don't want those regrets to start eating away at your current reality, as my friend Miss Love and I allow ourselves to do every time we're in the sauna together. And I know how homosexual that sounds, and there's no way of defending it. It pretty much is. But the thing is that we are always sitting there being like, you remember when we used to tell Mr. McGonagall that the kids were smoking down at the alleyway and then get the other kids that actually did want to smoke to go smoke behind the dumpster? That kind of stuff. We're constantly talking about it. It probably makes our current reality worse, I'm imagining. But I think the fact that we are currently laughing at it at least adds that level of distance. Because the thing is, what is a very interesting point about humor is that when you are laughing at something, you are separated from it. When you aren't laughing at something, you start to feel more associated with it. Then the pain seeps in. I'm always using the example of, if you see a ballerina break her leg, if you are empathizing with the ballerina, you'll think, oh, that's the end of her illustrious, beautiful career. But if you're not empathizing with her, that's the end of her career. Same event. Humor, I guess, is just psychopathy to the other person and an ego defense to yourself. So I think that that's just something that you are going to have to deal with, is the crushing reality that is human beings have memories, and those memories make you sad, and there's nothing you can do about it. We do not have access to time machines yet. And I strongly disagree with Stephen Hawking about the fact that you can't make a time machine that goes back in time. And I'm basing that off absolutely nothing. But that's my personal belief, all right? And he can't defend himself, can he? Because he's in heaven now, which is also my personal belief. And so, yeah, that's the second one. The third piece of advice that I would give to you is that you are going to have to make a promise with yourself, that you are going to have to try and attempt to make the reality that you are currently living better than your reality at high school. Now, this is a difficult thing because pretty much all high school was you are forced to hang around your best friends all day. And also, perv on some hot chicks, you know, like that's high school. It's a lot better than most people's workaday world realities. And if you want to make your life better than the workaday world reality, you are going to have a much worse reality than them for a intense, probably half a decade cycle. And then all of a sudden you're just like, holy crap, I'm way better than them. And you do enjoy your life a lot, but it doesn't have that same element of fun. Well, it has your element of personal fun, and you can do whatever that you like with your days. But I think that that's the other thing that you find kind of a bit debilitating about high school, is that on top of all of those things, you do have structure. So while you're goofing off with your friends, you have a geography teacher going, hey, if you don't know the latitude and longitude of Tonga, you'll never get a job. And that kind of keeps a rigid level of structure into your life. And the thing that really damages people is choice paralysis. When people have too many options in life, that's when they start to get sad. So again, that is another strength, virtue if you will, of writing down your goals. Is that you are sort of limiting your reality to, I want that. And then you move towards that. And maybe you want to know the latitude and longitude of Tonga. Maybe that is your ultimate goal in life. And I'm sure that that's really hard to do. You can't Google that in 1 second, can you? No, you have to study that for years in a book specifically called Tonga. Where's it at? Now, those are the three things that I would add to you, which is that just understand that one point. First off, basic element of human condition. Everybody is sad that they're not in high school anymore. I don't know why that is. Just is. And then while you're in high school, the whole time you were thinking about how much it sucked. But the thing is, I don't think that university is as nostalgic, because when you go back and you compare the rest of your life to high school, goofing around with your friends all day and having awkward romantic misunderstandings are kind of fun, as opposed to the adult life. But you kind of still feel like you're a teenager, don't you? Except for, there's a couple of things that you don't tell grown adults to fuck off and throw chairs at them like some high school students do. Yeah, does that help? Make sure you write those 3 down. And if you want more live advice, then you can always sign up to my Patreon, Jordan Shanks, where you can get 1 or 2 extra videos a week, and they will help you out in your life. They most certainly will. And I think it's a bargain, because first membership, $2 a week, you get an extra video. $5 a week, you get 2 extra videos. And that, my friends, is the same price as your cup of coffee. But here's the difference. I think, honestly, from my experience with coffee, only having it over the past couple of years, and now I'm just completely off it, it sucks. Doesn't actually make your day better. It just makes your heart race. Doesn't give you any energy. Friend Jordan Shanks, the Patreon channel, will definitely give you energy. I have numerous videos on there telling you how to build up energy in your life. Just that one subject. The thing that you are seeking with coffee, I'll give it to you for the price of a coffee a week instead of a coffee a day. There you go. Boom! Beat that value. I'll see you next time.